Jack back in at 10. Can you talk us through that change and a couple of other ones that you've taken?
Yeah, I guess every week you look at the different makeup of the team and how that fits, how you want to play and the performance. You know, regardless of the result last week, we were going to look at making changes. And Jack's been brilliant, working away, supporting Sam in his kind of first experiences of the Six Nations. Jack had that last year, and we just felt it was the right thing to do for Jack to get him to lead the week. You know, it's a pretty physical game last week. Took a lot out of a lot of players, in particular. You know, that kind of the role that Sam has done has been brilliant in terms of leading the team. It takes a lot of physical effort, but also mental effort, and I think it'll be a good week to freshen things up a little bit. Sam's got a different role now to play coming off the bench, and you know, it allows Jack, who's a bit fresher, probably to lead the week, and yeah, just felt it was the right thing to do there.
Just on the Gautier comments about Andy Porter, what do you make there?
On Andrew Porter,
Yeah, just with the Dupont injury.
yeah, I mean, without getting myself into trouble here, I just think it's the game. Unfortunately, these things happen. No player goes out to intentionally injure another player. For everyone, well, for the majority of people watching, looking at it afterwards, everyone felt like it was a rugby incident, which was really unfortunate. These things happen, but no player goes out to injure another player. Like it just doesn't happen, and it's whatever the insinuations were from different people post game. You know, it's disappointing because the unfortunate thing is people who don't really understand the game pick up on it, and then it creates a bit of a shitstorm where people are getting abuse, and it's just unnecessary, and it's not acceptable. But it happens. We know it happens. But I think those things could have been avoided had maybe other things been said post game by certain individuals.
Who specifically? Who are you talking about there?
Well, you just said his name, so yeah, like the
You say,
French camp.
I thought
The
you
French camp have obviously come out pretty strongly post game about the incident, and it's, you know, yeah, it could have been handled in a better way, and I think on the back of that, it's created some unnecessary ill feeling, and you know, other people have been sort of they've been not influenced, but it's affected other people in the wider group, and yeah, that's disappointing.
Deal and then Cameron. Simon, back on Jack Crowley. Have you spoken to him at all this week about his future? Because obviously that's been discussed this week, trying to get his contract situation sorted out. Have you had any discussions with him around that?
No, you know, I think those things happen all the time. There's, you know, every week really in camp, there's been other guys who have renegotiated contracts and staying with their respective provinces. You know, Jack knows how important he is to us. You know, regardless of selection across the last 4 games, he understands the role that he has and the standing he has in the group. He's a brilliant person first and foremost. He's a great pro. He's always looking to get better, and you know, we believe that for him to keep getting better, to keep getting experiences at this level, and you know, keep driving us forward as a team and being competitive in the number 10 position in particular, it's important that he obviously plays his rugby in Ireland, and we're confident that that will continue to happen.
And are you confident that all this outside noise isn't going to have any effect on him performance-wise?
No, I don't think so. He's like I said, he's a great fella who takes a lot of stuff in his stride, and he's dealt with a lot of sort of stuff during this period, with Sam getting selected over him a couple of times, and you know what, he's managed that really well. He's come on and been effective against England. He was brilliant when he came on at 10 in other roles throughout the championship. So no, I don't believe that would affect him this weekend.
Cameron?
Simon, jeez, we'll come back to it.
Okay. Come back to
Drink on that.
Thank you.
Sorry, we're jumping around a little bit, but just to go back to the other topic there, you mentioned abuse there. Players are getting abused, is that?
I'm just saying it's just unnecessary. What's been the coverage in social media, Murray. That's what I'm saying. You know, I don't read it. I don't necessarily. I don't take a lot of notice of it. But when it's directed at certain individuals, and certain individuals' sort of wider sort of family and group, then it becomes an issue, and it doesn't. You know, I think it could have been handled in a way that you know we talk as coaches all the time, and we chat post game. You know, I think there could have been a different discussion, a different platform to air those frustrations maybe that France had. We and World Rugby and Six Nations believe that there was no case to answer, and certainly it didn't help the. You know, it almost sort of fanned the flames of what was a really sort of unfortunate incident, but it was a rugby incident, and that's the kind of that's the bottom line. Unfortunately, these things happen.
Just on the selection, Peter O'Mahony and Conor Murray will play their last games. Keane Healy's already played it now. Was that a tough call to make it?
Yeah, I think I had a conversation with Keane early part of the week, and you know what, it is tough, but we have very limited time to get players these type of experiences. So the likes of Jack Boyle, who's come in on the bench, he's been really good in training. He's been excellent. He's gone back to play for Leinster. He was good in a short space of time in the final few minutes against Wales, and we don't have the many opportunities to do that. We don't have many opportunities at international level for meaningful games to get guys experiences, get guys game time. So that was the conversation that I had with Keane. I thought last week was so fitting for all three of them. The send-off they had, how the squad recognised that internally, how it was recognised externally in the Viva and you know the nation. Loads of messages coming in, etc., from people about what they've given to the jersey, and Keane has been at the forefront of that. And he was obviously disappointed, but he understood the rationale behind it, and he's been brilliant in the week, and he will only make Jack's role that much more effective by being the best teammate that he can be, and you know Keane gets it.